everybody. This is Eric Worre, and welcome to NetworkMarketingPro.com. I'm here with John Holowaty. John?
Hi, man.
How are you?
Yeah, great.
He's from the United Kingdom. He happened to just stop into Las Vegas and running around doing some different things. There's an event here.
Yeah, an event here this weekend.
Yeah.
Just flew in from San Francisco, taking a 6-week mini retirement, which this industry allows you to do, right? Retire at 32.
You're 32 years old?
32, yeah.
32 years old. This young guy has created a big business in network marketing. So and also I will tell you, he's going to be one of the speakers at our GoPro Recruiting Mastery UK event, which is November 5th through the 8th in, where are we, Manchester?
Manchester, yeah.
Manchester,
City of Dreams.
The City of Dreams, okay. So yeah, we've got a big event coming up there, and he's going to be one of the speakers. And we're having several of my friends fly over from the United States, speaking at the event also. But John, I wanted to just introduce the community to you. When did you get involved in network marketing? What did you do prior?
So I was a personal trainer, and I got involved in personal training to be time-free. And basically, what was happening was I was starting work at 5:30 in the morning, finishing at 10 o'clock at night. I was like, I didn't sign up for this. Never had any holidays. Went away on the weekends. That was my holidays. You know what I mean? And then I stumbled into this opportunity, and never looked back since. Really, it wasn't easy at the beginning.
Yeah, well, tell me about how did you stumble in? How did you get introduced?
So somebody told me about some products and a business opportunity that I'd never heard of before, and I was kind of like, really? So I went away, did my research, being a personal trainer, maybe a little bit skeptical. Saw the opportunity, and I remember going home after I'd seen the opportunity to my mum and dad. I burst through the doors. I was like, Dad, I found something. And he went, oh no.
Because some people have this perception that the people in the United Kingdom are very conservative, they're very traditional, and they're very skeptical to network marketing. Frankly, people in every country in the world think that their particular country is the really skeptical one.
Not in my town kind of
Not in my town kind of thing. So is there a bias?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think it's the same everywhere, like you said. You know, the industry has got mixed reviews from years ago, and now I think we're cleaning it right up, and everyone seems to be a bit more excited about something new. I mean, the phrase, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is probably the worst phrase invented, because that just crushes people's dreams straight away. You know, why not be open-minded? Why not take a look at it? I say at events sometimes, if someone rang me today and said, John, you're in Vegas, they're holding an event at Hooters, and they're giving away free money. All you've got to do is turn up with a bin bag. I'd be there with a roll of bin bags. I'm that guy, I just take a punt on it. And, if you go in and you buy a ticket, you win. It's as simple as that. So that's where I was at. I was, a little bit skeptical at first.
When was this? How long ago?
So 5.5 years ago.
5.5 years ago. So you're in your, kind of later 20s.
Yeah.
Between 25 and 30, and you say, okay, I'm going to give this a try because I'm going down this traditional path, and it's not everything that I hoped it would be. So when you first got started, what was that like?
Okay, so everyone told me it was a scam, it was a scheme, it was illegal, I was going to be arrested, it'd never last, and my first check was about $24. So imagine saying to your friends, I've got an amazing business opportunity for you, can earn $24 a month part-time. It's residual income. I got laughed out of town, and I think I did it wrong. Sometimes you've got to do stuff and do it wrong so you can find the right way to do it. And on your audio GoPro and stuff, you talk about the best ways to do things. I kind of did the opposite of that when I was starting.
Most people do.
I didn't know any other way.
Right. I did too.
I heard about the products, I heard about the industry, and I just was like, I've got to become a master salesperson. So I kind of became a vampire where I was jumping on people saying, you got to take this product, you got to join this industry. And, it was like they were spraying garlic on themselves and buying crosses. And do you know what I mean? So for me, it was a learning curve of doing it wrong, and then trial and error. Eventually, you do something right, and someone's open to it, and you're like, right, that's what I've got to do. The relaxed approach, nice and calm. Go in to serve them.
So you kind of did the plan, do review in the process. I tried that. Oh, that didn't work.
Yeah.
Adjust. Try that. Okay, see if that works.
And if you keep getting no's and no's and no's, you must be doing something wrong.
Right.
People buy into people, and if you're going in straight away saying you need this, then straight away they're not interested.
Yeah, sure. So, okay, so you get started, you make some mistakes, you stumble around, first check was $24, what? You know, now you're making over $1 million a year.
Yeah.
So how did you go from $24 to 5.5 years later, 32 years old, making over $1 million a year? How, what's the transition?
I think, you talk about it a lot. I got serious. And
When? But when? So
it was interesting. I went to an event in Germany, in Dresden, and there were 6,000 people there. And my upline always said to me, go and see the bigger picture, feel the energy, speak to the people in there. Well, I couldn't speak to anybody because they were all in German. So I was just this Manchester guy sat in the event, but that was all I needed to see. I saw 6,000
So some social proof helped.
Yeah, it was like real people. I've been to conventions before, but something just clicked in my mind, and I was like, you know what, if these guys can do it, I can do it. And I went away, and you talk about the 90-day game plan a lot, and that's what I did. I would say to anybody, what's your kryptonite? Cut out something that you do. Maybe it's procrastination, you watch too much TV, maybe you drink a little bit too much, I don't know. Mine was partying too hard, so I was like, I'm going to shut down the booze, I'm going to shut down the party in 90 days, fully immerse myself in the business. And I think when you start to get momentum...
When was this?
Years, I'd probably say 2012 off the top of my head. 2012, we started to get some momentum. I think my first year I earned £1,000.
Total?
Yeah, total.
For the year?
£1,000 for a year, yeah.
Part-time?
Yeah, part-time. Better than a bill, right?
Right.
And second year was 4,000. Third year was 7. Fourth was something like 450k, and then obviously I just
from 7,000 to 450.
Yeah, it was something like around that, or 300. I can't remember exactly.
Because of the 90-day game plan.
Well, that was the thing that kick-started it. That was the momentum, and I always say to my guys, as soon as you get momentum, don't sit back and light the cigar and go, "It's working." You just got to keep throwing more coals on the fire.
When you have momentum, you just treat it like a sacred thing.
You got it.
That's when you got to work hard.
So that's what I did.
Because it doesn't last forever.
No, of course. I mean, you've just got to keep building on it and ride the wave when the wave's there. And
because if you build that momentum, you get it there. At least you can level off at a higher level.
Exactly. Yeah.
But if you're like here and you just stop, you're going to level off at a much lower level.
Yeah.
So you want to get as high as you can when that thing's moving.
And when everyone's working together, you've got this excitement. Everything's crazy. You don't know where it's going to go, but you know it's going somewhere. And we just started to ride this wave, and it was great. We've had some amazing experiences, and I think the best is yet to come in our industry totally.
Right.
And there's lots more waves. I mean, you've seen it over the years. You might get a momentum wave, and then it levels off, but then you can go at it again with new people.
Get another one, yeah. Well, let me ask you this: what do you think? You're making over $1 million a year. There's people in your company. There's a lot of people in the profession that aren't making that. What do you think is the difference between you and them? If you had to try and drill down. What's the handful of things that you're doing different that they're not doing?
Okay, so, my first 2 years, I didn't really do that much. But when I was doing it and it started to gain momentum, that's when I realised that I was actually a professional at this now. And, if you've got to get professional checks, you've got to work your butt off. And I think work ethic, consistency, and just staying focused all the time. You've got to be up sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. You're getting up early doors, you're driving to meetings. I remember one story, one of the best guys in my business now, I'd finished a personal training session. It was about 8:30 at night, and I get to the crossroads, and I could have gone home, but one of my downline was having an in-home meeting. She texted me, she said, "Are you still coming?" And I had the sort of the network marketing professional on my right-hand shoulder saying, "You know what you've got to do? You've got to go up that road, you've got to go to the meeting, you've got to play full out." And I had the lazy old student on my shoulder, which used to be me, going, "Go home, have a cup of tea, put your feet up, relax." I turned up to the meeting, and this guy walked in, and he was like, "I'm ready for this," and something just clicked between us, and he's a great part, as is the girl that was invited me, great part of the business now. And I always say to my guys, if you don't go, you'll never know.
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting. There was a very similar story that happened to me.
Right.
And one of my big growth experiences, I flew to Sacramento to do a meeting. And the person there was going to bring this group of people together, and they were expecting like 10 or 12 people, but there was like 2 people.
Okay.
And I did the full presentation, the whole works, and I was tired. I was worn out. And at the very end, the last 5 minutes, 2 other people walked in.
Right.
Kind of too cool, a little bit of an attitude, kind of too cool. And the person that invited them said, "Hey, can you do it again?" Right. And I just finished doing the full presentation. I'm like, there's nothing in my life that I want to do less than doing another presentation. I want to go to the room. I want to turn on a movie. I want to order room service. I'm done.
Yeah.
But I said, no, you know what? Like the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to meet with them. All right, fine. So we went into the lounge area, and they turned out to be 2 of the biggest stars. They had a little attitude, but they turned out to be stars.
Yeah.
Okay, one of them married my cousin.
Wow.
In the business.
Wow.
They met in the business and they married. His name is Tony Zalecki. He married my cousin Sarah. So anyway, you just never know,
so
right?
You're a matchmaker as well, Cupid's arrow.
It ended up happening. So one of these things is hard work, right?
Yeah.
Deciding to be hard work, that is a differentiator between you and somebody else. What else is hard work?
I think, doing that
or
there
what else is a
is
differentiator?
It's like the hard work is a gimme. You've got to work hard no matter what you do. I was in San Francisco the other day. We met a friend of ours who's a brain surgeon. He's been training for 10 years to be a brain surgeon. He's got to work hard, but he's only just going to get paid when he starts. Do you know what I mean? We're getting paid every single day for learning. So I think the second key is consistency. To get that breakthrough, you've got to keep banging that wall. If I said to the guys in my team, there's £1 million behind that wall, I want you to hit it with a hammer until the wall breaks. You just got to keep going because you don't want to be the guy that drops the hammer and walks off and someone else hits it once and it falls through. That consistency has got to be there. You've got to really push hard and work non-stop. There's a lady in our industry, in our business, who's been in the business for 24 years now, and she still does a Monday night call every single week.
Right.
And again, I say to my team, are you willing to do that? She's earned over $23 million. If that's all you've got to do, or one of the things you've got to do, how hard is it? We're not laying tarmac on a road at 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
We're getting on the mobile phone and we're speaking to people. We're jumping on conference calls, sat in I've got my sandals on now, so have you.
Yeah.
These are our work shoes, right?
Right.
So
give me a towel or something. I'm keep everything rolling. But man, I'm hot in here. It's so hot, and you're not sweating, but I'm sweating.
I think you're a bit closer to that.
You're getting me all excited, So keep everything rolling. We're cool. So the talking about consistency, and I think I hear the same thing. One is hard work.
Yeah.
Doing the thing when other people aren't willing to do it. 2 is consistency.
Yeah.
Staying in the game and doing it when you don't feel like it sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
What else do you think is a contributor to your
success? I think having the third eye, the belief, the vision. So you've got to be seeing where you're going before you've even got there. That makes it all a little bit easier for you. When you're consistent, when you work hard, but remembering why you do it. I'm a big advocate of vision boards, having them on your screensaver. I did a fake bank statement. You won't believe this. So I went on my computer. I had no money in the bank. I did a fake bank statement. I put it on my vision board in my room at my mum and dad's house. My mum came through. She was like, "Are you doing bank fraud now? What is this?" And I'd wrote on there £100,000 in the balance.
Yep.
Automated fund transfer £45,000 from the company that I was working with, and it was on my vision board. Day after day after day, and I got up in the morning and I saw it, and I knew it was going to happen. 3 years later, I hit the biggest check that I've ever earned in the business so far, which was $99,700, which actually annoyed me. You don't know how frustrating it is to be 300 quid off a 100K check.
I totally get it, yeah.
And the following month, I got 45,000. Exactly that was on the vision board, exactly that was on the fake bank statement, because I always knew that it was going to happen. And if you combine the hard work with the consistency and the belief, and just keep going at it, it'll happen. It'll come true for you.
I did the same exact thing. I wrote a check to myself.
Right.
It wasn't a bank statement, but I wrote a check to myself because I heard 2 stories. One was Bruce Lee writing a check to himself. It was for $1 million or something, and it turned out to be true. And the second one was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I've seen that interview, yeah.
Yeah, Jim Carrey wrote a check to himself for $10 million. And within a few months of when he dated the check, he got he in essence got a $10 million movie.
Wow.
So same kind of thing, right?
Great.
Having the vision to be able to see it.
Because that's the thing that's going to motivate you to go that extra mile, to do that extra meeting. You know, when the guys turn up late and they say, can you do it again? You go, if I want that 100K check, I got to do it.
Right.
So they're the three pillars, I'd say. And then the other one, probably surround yourself with successful people.
Yep.
You know, submerge yourself into personal development. Your car's a university on wheels. You know, I say to my guys, if you're listening to Radio 1, that isn't ever going to get you to the top position in the company. Listening to your stuff, you know, the personal development things, that's going to drive you. That's going to put your rhino skin on.
Yeah.
So when people tell you can't do it and people tell you it isn't possible, you're there, you're loaded, and you're fully, you know, your armor's on, and nothing's impossible in this business, as we know.
Well, talk to everybody who's thinking about coming to the GoPro Recruiting Mastery UK event.
Yeah.
What do you know? First of all, why should they attend? And what are you going to be training on at that event?
So I'm really excited, and I'm grateful, you know, to be asked to speak. You know, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm ready to deliver some killer content and share my story. Share some great tips. I know there's some amazing speakers already that are coming as well, which we've discussed. And, you know, like I said about my story, when I went to the event and I saw 6,000 people, that just blows your brains open to what's possible in this industry, the stories, the credibility, the real people that you're going to meet. I also say networking within the networking industry. You know, this is network marketing. It's networking, not only within your team and new blood that's coming into your team, but actually people that are already in the industry. You know, I've got friends from other companies, and, you know, we chat all the time about different strategies that are working. So I think the networking side of being at a big event almost goes undiscovered sometimes. You know, get to the event. It's going to be incredible. I mean, how many have we got going?
There's space for 3,000 people. There's not very many tickets left.
Yep.
And also, the people who register for the UK event, they're going to automatically get a live streaming ticket to the Vegas event.
Wow. Insane.
So the Vegas event with Tony Robbins and Robert Kiyosaki and Bob Proctor and all that stuff, they'll be able to watch that. If they get a ticket for the UK event, they'll be able to watch the live stream of the other for free. They won't have to pay anything for the live stream.
Great.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
much value, right? So much value.
Going to be cool. So if you're in UK or if you're in Europe or if you want to get over to that event, click on the link and get yourself registered for it. Hear from John, hear from the other speakers, hear from myself. We're going to be able to bring a lot of value. But John, thank you for sharing some value here in this hot room that we're sitting in where I'm sweating. But thank you for sharing the value. Thank you for your contribution to the profession. And we're going to do a lot of fun things together in the future.
No, cheers. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, our wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, because it is a stone cold fact that we do have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody have a great day. See you next time. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.